And this map getting awfully closed in and awfully dark for Viking. Aramis doesn't have any observer wards on him. Celery does have one. I just don't know where they can actually move to place them. Like, it feels like they've got to do some like really long, weird smoke to come in behind Roshan like that.
Map is just getting smaller for Viking. They might go for this backstab play where they try to take out one of the supports, but I don't think OD and Shadow Demon will be just grouped around
Dark Willow
each
there.
other. Like, this is something they need to be careful about.
Oh my god, Celery getting cleaved by that PA
Dark
through
Willow
the
there.
ancient camp.
GPK
Some real spooky stuff for the Phoenix. Like, even when PA walks alone
Where
up to your ancients,
they try to take out
like,
one of the
literally
supports,
5 heroes
but
surrounding them.
I don't think
They don't make a play.
OD and Shadow Demon will be just grouped around
Dark Willow
each
there.
other. Like, this is something they need to be careful about.
Oh my god, Celery getting cleaved by that PA
Dark
through
Willow
the
there.
ancient camp. Spells time.
GPK
Some real
They
spooky
don't
stuff
know
for the
when
Phoenix.
Roche is gonna respawn. It's a pretty long respawn.
But even when PA walks alone up
Where
to your ancients,
they try to take out one of the
literally
supports,
5 heroes
but
surrounding them.
I don't think
They don't make a play.
OD
Getting ready to make the move forward. Morphling turns into that Dark Willow. Phoenix and Dark Willow are far off to the left-hand side. Undying is Glimmer caped up here, and they're trying to cancel the blink, so Toby can't initiate. Waveform, Skewer, run away. They need to escape. Where's Lifestealer? Is he infested inside Toby? He sure is.
he's just chilling inside of Magnus.
Cool.
Scanning. Dire's top tower.
Oh, good Shadow Realm. Dodge away. That could have been a crit there. You saw the PA. Oh, Celery forced to Supernova. Bloodright comes, the solo RP. In they go onto the PA, but Epic
He's
just
completely
isn't
fine.
taking a single point of damage. He is literally full HP. The PA doesn't give a damn. And GPK's there with a big old slam. Toby's gone. Boom kills an Observer Ward. That's the one kill they'll get in this fight, because Shad is falling incredibly quickly. They've got Soul Rips and Estus Rings, Glimmer Capes and Saves from Disruptions and Astrals. Boom is falling. 3 heroes down from Viking. And Virtus.pro are just steamrolling through this game.
Boom will manage to TP out. No stuns available. All the abilities pretty much on cooldown. And that's it. They lost 4 heroes. Should be quick, not so quick, but easy Roche. Is Phantom Assassin attacking? Yes, she is. Can't even see her considering how big Undying is. So should be really quick, actually. It's very hard for Viking to choose the target, because you know you have this thing in your head where you're thinking, if I go on him, he's gonna get disrupted. If I go on the other guy, he's just gonna get Astral Imprisoned on him. So pretty tough, you know, decision making from Viking that they need to make. Like, how do we approach this fight?
Like, did they do any damage to the PA?
I feel like no damage was done.
Like, Epic Kid was just fully, like, got RP'd under Supernova, full HP the entire fight.
Yeah.
Now has cheese.
You see, they didn't even give Phantom Assassin Aegis this time. OD is the one who's holding it.
1,600 crits from the PA flying out now. Well, Viking not giving up just yet. Holding on for hope, dear hope. As this Boom Morphling, he is scaling. 15,000 net worth on him and Lifestealer. MKB moving into Skadi next.
In terms
Potential
of
ways.
Yeah, in terms of numbers, like, okay, OD's in, and someone's gonna be out.
Yeah, they're trying to blow up Shad, but Epic Kid is the one that needs to get the final touch, skewering back to the tier 4s, but Epic Kid just doesn't
And
care.
Shadow Demon will be
again is there, onto Toby. TP is flying through as
15,000 net
well.
worth on him and Lifestealer.
Blown up by the
MKB moving into Skadi next.
DM and Epic,
In terms of ways.
Astral finding
In
the
terms of
boom
numbers,
and
like, okay.
Epic Kid, and the Rampage is coming for the PA. They give it to her, and the GG comes straight on after.
Yeah, man, Virtus.pro is just that good of a team where they can pick 0 stuns and win a game. Like, maybe Viking should have gone for different mid, someone that, you know, just plays a bit faster Dota, because they were giving free farm to Phantom Assassin. They also wanted to farm, but Phantom Assassin's like, sure thing, I'll just buy a Battle Fury, continue farming, we'll get to the team fight items, rush Aghanim Scepter on OD, so you don't have the clear target to go for.
23-2. The 2 deaths were on GPK's OD very early on in that
goddamn feeder.
DM 0016. Oh my goodness. Well, Lacoste, that was a game 1. It's a best of 3 though here in the lower bracket. Virtus.pro taking on Viking here for season 4 of the OGA Dota Pit. I think we'll take a 5-minute break and find out what comes up next for game 2.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Is under attack. Dire's top tower. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Is under attack.
Welcome back, everyone. Here we are, Game 2 in this best of 3 as Virtus.pro taking on Viking in the lower bracket of the OGA Dota Pit Season 4 Lacoste. Game 1, I think we just leave that settling in the dust and we don't talk about it too much because Viking, they had some serious struggles.
Oh yeah, the last, I'd say 5, 6, 7 games, Viking were struggling. This is not something that we usually see. That they have their ups and downs, of course, but most of the time they seem pretty stable as a team. Maybe they're just, done with the patch. And the Steam was down also, so we need to maybe finish this series before the patch arrives.
Yeah. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? A little bit worried that we wouldn't be able to get everyone into the lobby as the Steam coordinator did have a little bit of a hiccup, but we are here with draft in front of us. And it's worth pointing out. It's a good little mention you make there. The last couple of series, Viking have lost 2-0 to VP, 3-0 to OG, 2-1 to Nigma, and now 1-0 down to Virtus.pro here in this best of 3. It has been an uphill climb for them. Is there something draft-wise you think that they need to kind of remedy?
I think they're kind of picking the same heroes that they are usually playing. They tried this new stuff with another core from mid, something that they usually don't play most of the time. It's like Shadowfiend, Leshrac. I mean, Shadowfiend can be considered as a core, but he's not morphling mid where he doesn't do that much. Like with Shadowfiend, you can make some moves, especially if you go for Yule Scepter build. It's not a Dragon Knight, do mid, something that they maybe need to fall back to. I really loved their gameplay when they have a Doom, just give it to Boom and
Venge?
he fought. Venge is available, yeah, but pretty sure most of the teams don't let Viking pick Vengeful Spirit because they play really well with it. Maybe Vikings why are they letting us Vengeful Spirit? Do they have something prepared? And considering how strong of Virtus.pro looked during the Epic League, maybe they're we shouldn't go for it. I don't know. I just don't know what the thought process here is for Viking.
Yeah, what the team mentality is as well. Are they confident with it still? Because I think that's what Virtus.pro were kind of contemplating there. Banning the Enchantress, yes, okay, you're kind of focusing Celery's best hero, but one of the best strategies for Viking is definitely still around that Venge with the Drow or the Medusa. But they've left it out there. Slardar first pick, going to be grabbed up by Toby. Something that was banned out second stage last time, and definitely a hero that can pressure those melee cores. And
Virtus.pro's most played Faceless Void is in the pool, but they go with Phantom Assassin. I think Slardar Phantom Assassin is more broken than Phantom Assassin Mag. So Faceless Void picked up by Slardar. You talked about how Faceless Void is a natural MKB carrier against the Phantom Assassin.
And there's the PA Mag. Okie dokie. So I guess Venge Medusa and stuff like that's kind of out the window now.
Maybe it would have been a good pick if Phantom Assassin was banned out by one of these teams. So Virtus.pro wouldn't think about it too much. They wouldn't necessarily need to go for Phantom Assassin, and they could have gotten sure, we'll get either Venge or we'll get Faceless Void.
I think Viking here have definitely still got to be careful with this whole Dark Willow Crystal Maiden situation. Yeah, we talked in that game 1. Yes, they banned the Undying here now, but if you let them have the PA Maiden, you're just under so much pressure, even with the Slardar lane.
You also know that Virtus.pro will play that Magnus as position 3. So you need to start banning out position 5s, possibly some offlaners.
And maybe get rid of some of the Pos 4 heroes from Save as well. Out goes Storm. So a bit of focus from VP towards Boom as another change that you were kind of looking for as well. One of those more active initiation kind of mid-heroes. And not the straight-up carry. You just have so many options when you start out with PA Magnus and you're looking already at 2 core heroes from Viking. You know the lane matchups and what they're going to be.
There's still this Crystal Maiden that just says we dominate the lanes with it, and they ban it out because they play so well. Like the first two waves, what Crystal Maiden does, I've seen a lot of Virtus.pro games where Crystal Maiden just uses Crystal Nova. If you can, on 2 heroes, keep harassing, have a clarity, 3 mangoes, keep spamming it. So, like, Phantom Assassin gets the free lane for herself.
Yeah, secure range creep for her, push the wave, play aggressive. So you say Magnus probably going to be in the hands of DM.
Yes.
I'm just wondering with, like, Mars out there, for example, could they put Magnus in the position 5? Or is that just not like a VP thing to do?
It doesn't sound like a VP, and DM just loves to play the Magnus as well.
I guess there's a couple of builds you can go for. You can, if you got that position 4 that can get the 1v1, you can go the Empower build, or you can go that Shockwave Skewer, try and get a bit more magic damage going early on. Yeah, look at that focus. Invoker and Storm. Get rid of that early tempo from the mid lane that Boom definitely brings to the team.
It's also the spell against the Empower, something that we don't mention that much. When you have Magnus on the team, like your carry, if he gets dispelled and you kill Magnus, there's going to be so much less damage coming out from that carry.
Yeah, and then like later on, Cataclysm into Chrono is a really nice combination with Invoker Void. So double-headed. 2 birds with 1 stone in that ban from VP. Still plenty of ways to go, though. Celery's hero pool looks like a kind of Phoenixy game for him again. This time, yeah, there it is. Banned out.
One hero that they like to pair up with these two is most of the time with Crystal Maiden, if possible, but Skywrath Mage, something that Faceless Void does not like to play into.
I got a ton of options. There's even things like Kunkka, something that can negate the Chrono to some extent with Torrent and Boat. Hexmark really good against these maneuverable Slardar and Void kind of heroes who will have blinks and time walks to jump around fights. Maybe something to consider, 4th pick, maybe later on though.
DP would be such a great pick for Viking. With Slardar, like those ghosts are just going to eat you alive, damage inside the Chronosphere. Just feels like a really, really solid pick.
And they don't miss, right?
Yeah, they completely ignore evasion. So they go with save special. The position 4 Windranger, like...
She's angry. Look at her face.
It's like 2 a.m. in here. We just want to end this 2-0 and go to bed.
Why am I in this game? What? No, but seriously, why is she so angry?
I don't know. Never seen her this angry. Maybe she knows that in the next patch she will not be buffed.
Oh, maybe that's right. Well, there's your 4 and 5. You were right. DM is going to be that Magnus in the position 3. Snapfire for Viking. Is that going to be a Boom mid Snapfire? Or is it the 5 for Celery? Because I feel like Viking play more of the 5 Snap.
You can pick your mid laner right now if Snapfire is not mid. Because you do not have last pick. What else is in the pool?
Give me the Queen of Pain. Give me the good old Boom Queen of Pain and just go run around slaying everybody.
Just feels really weak. Like I saw 1 or 2 Queen of Pain games lately, and you can see that she's not as strong as like other heroes that she needs to play against. Like the mid lane, she's still good in the laning stage, but falls off quickly.
Yeah, and Ember Spirit is going to give you all of that magic damage and the gap close, but also the easy escapes. As the stuns from VP, not really consistent. They've got long projectile travel times with Shackle Shot and the cast from Witch Doctor. RP has a decent cast time. So Ember Spirit should be able to remnant out of most of these initiations.
So what Viking is looking for is position 4. Earth Spirit is still available. Let me see what they pair up this Slardar when they play with him. There's
That's a good point.
Rubik. Rubik is available. Wouldn't see too bad.
Yeah, it'll be pretty good. I mean, there's no Io, there's no Lina. Those are the natural pairings with the Slardar most often. Mirana, potentially out there for them.
Yeah, Mirana sounds okay. Like the Ember Spirit chains is going to always be potent, and the same goes for the Chronosphere.
And then mid lane for VP, up against Ember Spirit. What are we looking for? I'm still just begging for Necrophos to come back.
And there's
there
that
goes the
Mirana.
Mirana back. Yeah. It just seems like, VP really have got a very good read on what Viking want to be picking and what they need in these games. Like,
yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think every single ban here from Virtus.pro is very pointed, very conscious decisions to make sure that Viking don't get the draft they want.
Someone played Necro the other day. Like I saw Alliance playing Necro, looked really good. They lost that game, but it was not so much about Necro. They got I believe, the spell, so could be potentially a good pick for Virtus.pro. They know it's this Ember Spirit on the mid lane, and Necro just, I wouldn't say dumpster him, but 65-35 in my opinion.
Yeah, it's still a really good lane for that Necro. Like, we used to see it be, Shadow Shaman for Viking, and VP coming out with a Viper. That's going to be hard for the Ember Spirit. GPK Viper for them. And Aramis, yeah, playing the Shadow Shaman. Not too much of this Rasta boy that we see. Interesting mask with
Popped
a
up
long...
a couple of times. OG picked it once or twice, and it got banned a couple of times against them. This is what I remember. Still, I think also Navi played it, so kind of rising in popularity lately. Doesn't matter because we're gonna have a new patch, so they have a good team fight on Viking. Good Roche taking potential. Just like Slardar and Shadow Shaman can solo take the Roche with the snakes and the Slardar ulti. So you should be aware of that. Like team fight wise, Virtus.pro, once again, a bit slow, I would say, where they need time to grow with the Phantom Assassin and Mag. This time around, it will be a different item build from Phantom Assassin, of course, not going for that Battle Fury since she's paired up with the Mag. So Mom Deso. Oh, maybe not Mom. Like maybe he'll skip Mask of Madness because he's playing into Slardar. So getting a minus armor on top of that could be a bit tricky.
So back to the Shadow Shaman. Like, okay, you're going to have some decent laning here with Ether Shock. Great control through Hex and the Shackles. But looking at these heroes, you can't ward trap anyone, really. There's Skewer, there's Phantom Strike, there's Windrun, there's ways to get away from the Serpent wards, and pretty decent ways for VP just to retreat and reset a fight elsewhere when Serpent wards are dropped.
Sure, but there's a ton of damage you can deal with just ward with inside a Chronosphere. Not even if you put them inside, but they need to be placed outside of Chronosphere. Chains. It's gonna be chaotic, I would say. Shadow Shaman drops the wards. I think this game is gonna be on how good of initiation can Viking get. Like, they have good hero to just try to make stuff happen, create a bit of a chaos with the Ember Spirit, Slardar, once he gets a Blink Dagger. I think it's going to be much easier game for Viking than what they had in game number 1.
Yeah, a little more straightforward for them. Well, save. Wind Ranger with Blightstone up on that top lane with the DM Magnus. Epikid down here with the PA and the Witch Doctor for Ilias. Going to be against the Viking dual lane of Toby and Aramis, the Slardar and the Shadow Shaman. Looks like Celery's down here as well, just to safeguard some of these bounty runes. And of course, Viper against the Ember Spirit mid, as GPK takes on Boom. And Shad, the final one up at top on that Faceless Void, gets himself a sentry down to block the large camp early on. And try and stop any of the nonsense up there.
Look at my boy Shadow Shaman. He's the frog himself. Like, this could imply something.
Well, because he's got the big green sticky tongue and the frog face.
Yeah.
Securing
like
bounty runes.
Aramis is the ice frog.
He knows what's coming up next.
Shadow Shaman will get some buffs.
I'm dead, I'd shoot you again.
Does a little patch dance. Gets himself ready for tomorrow.
Like, Shadow
Can't believe
Shaman was so unusable before that we had to give him like 20 extra starting damage just to feel better.
Yeah. 78. Oh, jeez. Like, he's got actually 80 max damage. The 73 to 80 spread.
Snatched from your grasp.
Well, let's start their lane off very simply. Epikid just drags the wave back into his range creep, trying to get that deny on it early on. And up top, we see DM shockwaving early on to get his own range creep. And this Wind Ranger with Blightstone. And Faceless Void, the one thing he really hates to play against is that little, tickles of damage over time. Wind Ranger, very good at doing that.
Yeah, especially with the Blightstone, just lower is the armor. But back to the bottom lane, Witch Doctor scaling Voodoo Restoration level 1. Once again, the secure Phantom Assassin's lane.
Giving Toby the punches. Man, boom. You've already seen him drop to like 100 HP. He's spamming out tangos as best he can. This lane for GPK seems super simple. Just right click and spam spells onto Boom. Break through that flame guard if you can. And he's got the magic damage to do it. Running out of mana though for GPK. As down bottom, there's pressure onto
That's a
Ilias
first
and
blood on
Toby.
mid.
First blood is mid lane, yeah, the Fairy Fire's there.
One more
One more hit. GPK gets it. Takes down the Ember Spirit.
Like, because he brought that extra 2 mangoes, it allowed him to play this aggressively.
What does Ember do now? Because, I wanted the Necro, and it feels like a similar thing here, where Viper is just dominating this lane. And Ember Spirits against Necro, they used to kind of play between tier 2 and tier 3 to cut the wave.
Yeah, this is something that the Viper really does well, just completely dominates the lane, and Virtus.pro is heavily focusing on that. So Ember Spirit probably needs the jungle. If Viper pushes out the lane, then he can show up on mid, otherwise it's going to be really tough, especially now with the bottle pickup from GPK.
Yeah, Boom. Oh dear. The hits just keep on coming. And then down towards bottom, it looks like Viking have cleared out that big wave that arrived on their tower. There's another one here. Ilias not doing any pulling or stacking or anything, just continuing to play under the Dire tier 1. Trying to keep the pressure on Toby and Aramis. Well, pull this large camp now, right? Yeah. Ilias going to try and drag it back. Well, actually, Epikid plays forward, making sure that Shadow Shaman doesn't get any free
Top
contest
lane,
on it. While
DM.
DM dropping their celery with a cookie.
Big kill. Like, that's a core Magnus. And position 5 Celery
Radiant's top tower
gets the kill, gets level 3. Now they can start playing more aggressively.
Shackles on bottom. Toby's there with the bashes and the crush, and they've got the Ether Shock. Ilias down. That leaves Epikid all alone here. That's the Phantom Strike back to his creep wave.
Aramis also had 10 magic stick charges. He uses it straight away just to replenish mana, because all his spells are pretty costly. Like,
got
this
Shackles
Shackles
up
effect is so good. This is probably one of the best ones in the game.
Yeah, and it's level 2. He's maxing it out for now. I'll play forward with a Maledict and the Cask. Ilias. Oh, there's Shackles there. Look at that. The long sticky tongue of Aramis catching him out. Toby's still getting dived a bit there, but he pops the Fairy Fire and he'll be fine.
Now
Good
that I'm
damage from VP.
thinking
mid lane.
about it,
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I think that's not a frog. That's a chameleon, right?
Yeah. Very true.
That makes sense.
I mean, it could be a frog as well. I think there's some frogs with those sticky tongues. What's the... Does it have a name? Lash of the Lizardkin.
So lizard, yeah. Kind of implies that it's a chameleon, right?
Yeah. Get that sticky tongue to catch some flies.
Dire's
Ember
middle
Spirit.
tower is under
Just
attack.
hiding
he
in the
can't
trees.
show.
Look at him. He can't do anything.
Dire's structures
Might show and just TP out. Like, this is it. Because GPK has a haste rune, just needs 1 CS to get level 6.
Oh, Boom. Jukes him around the trees. Down bottom lane, though, Aramis. Do find the kill on Ilias there and trying to deny himself to neutrals, but that dagger from Epikid secures the deal. Bounty runes all spawning up. Save in onto the Grandma top lane. Cookie to the high ground. Celery's out of there while Boom dies to GPK mid lane. Everywhere there's action as the bounty runes spawn and are being grabbed up.
And he steals the bounty rune
Dire are
from them. Ooh, this one's tough. I said that they have Ember Spirit who can play aggressive, create chaos. It's gonna be a rough game for Ember considering the start that he's having. And now Wind Ranger even coming, so he TP's in, 1-1-1 build on Wind Ranger, the Shackle could just get a kill. I don't think Ember wants to come back to this lane. So
He
this
can't
should be
even
a
TP.
freebie tower. Yeah, he can't TP.
Blightstone Wind Ranger hammering into the tower. New creep wave coming in to save the catapult as well. And GPK just takes out that creep wave. So an easy tier 1. That's going to open up this map nicely. While Boom
Dire's middle
still
tower is under
relegated to
attack.
jungling.
Tower has fallen.
And now all of the pressure that you've put on this bottom lane. Like, sure, Aramis and Toby, they're going to try and find Ilias again. Shackles up, move in with the bash and the crush. They should find the Witch Doctor quite simply. No rotations coming. I thought maybe Viper and Wind Ranger would come down here, but they are killing Boom in the mid lane instead. Tragedy strikes for the 3rd time.
Dire's middle tower is
Boom
under
tipping
attack.
GPK. I mean, he has nothing better to do at the moment, just sitting in the fountain, so...
Shackles. And a bash. Toby's holding the crush for the very last second, but it means that Epikid gets the Phantom Strike out, and now GPK, the rotation in. Regen Rune being held, and he'll just right-click into Aramis.
Yeah, so he
GPK
should
dominating.
Pop the Regen Rune, give 2 bottle charges to Phantom Assassin. Like, this feels such a good Viper game. He might actually not finish Road of Athos, might go for Boots of Travel, and it's more of a greedy build. Oh, Toby needs to be careful.
And DM also needs to be careful up top. Skewers into the Roche Pit. Does get away from that Void and the Snapfire. And GPK back towards the mid lane. Dire Observer Ward sees... Radiant Observer Ward sees Boom, but Dire sees GPK coming in. So Ember Spirit will be able to dip. Still reasonably close looking at the kill score and the net worth. It's just the fact this Viper is not a hero you can contend with by any means.
And Shad strikes again. Hand of Midas queued up. Just wants to play for the late game. You know, get those levels on Faceless Void.
Seems like the best thing they can do.
Man really loves free gold, free experience.
He really does. Well, it looks like Epikid, Mask of Manus there with Empower level 3. Magnus moves into the mid lane, allows Epikid to farm jungle, and they've kept Viper down bottom, really alleviating a lot of that strength that Toby and Aramis were bringing down there. Viper strike in onto the Slardar, and they're going to catch him with a cask. Hex and Shackles ready from Aramis, but Toby's already dead. Rotation from Celery not going to really accomplish too much because the catapult wave's here.
And this is something that Virtus.pro does really well. You know, they're just maximizing the amount of farm on the map. If you look at their ancient camp, they used 2 sentry wards to just de-ward. There was 1 sentry blocking the ancient camps just to get the stacks going.
Is Boom going to get RP'd here? Jump in from the PA. RP.
Oh!
Oh,
The
fake
second
pumped
one
it
would hit.
twice. Deary me. Well played by Boom, though. Does get himself out of that. Looked like a for sure death. And he's straight back in towards DM in the mid lane, but PA farming Dire Triangle at this point, while it looks like Celery's trying to stack at the same time.
Also save, just collecting XP on the top lane and stacking both ancient camp and the big camp. That's
Making a
actually
move onto
full
Viper.
ATOS on Viper.
They want to catch the GPK. He's got Atos coming out, and he turns the fight into Toby. Down to half HP, the cookie comes, and the shackles are there, but Toby's dying, dropping
too
so fast.
tanky.
He pops the wand, and GPK, he's level 9, and he is
There's
super
the chrono.
tanky. Now with the chrono, though, Toby's caught up inside this. Boom's arrived, and GPK does get the finish onto Celery. The Snapfire's down with bashes from Shad. Secured the 6x kill streak. GPK finally dropping and paying for his sins.
They had to rotate 5 heroes to kill GPK. Use a Chronosphere on top of that. Meanwhile, Phantom Assassin just farming the stacks that Viking made.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, in PA land, what's she got coming?
That's not even her land. She invaded.
Oh, it's hers now.
Radiant's bottom tower
Places her flag down in it. Shockwave onto the
Usurper. Alright.
maledicted Shadow Shaman. Trying to run away, and they've also got the Shackle catching Shad. GPK finishes him off. Toby slowed down, but sprinting. Ilias can't catch up. He throws the Death Ward in, but not enough damage to finish off Toby. He still had 6-1 charges anyway. Optimistic attempt. Sure. Power shot. Save, gave it a good crack.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Viking, though, fighting back.
How's Boom doing? He's recovering slowly. Vord dropped with the catapult. Snapfire is level 6. They need to bring numbers. Like they need 3-4 heroes to actually defend this Aramis. He's low on mana.
GPK onto Epikid. And jump straight onto Celery. Try to cookie away, but that Maledict is going to bust through all of the HP remaining. They get the tier 1 and they TP Shadow Shaman out, though.
I mean, not
Seems
too
pretty
bad.
rough.
Position 5 for a tier 1 tower on mid. Shad just completed his Hand of Midas. Just needs to deliver the recipe.
Are fortified.
But bottom lane, GPK is going to get another tower for himself. Throwing Nether Toxin onto the tower before the creep wave even comes. Not sticking around. Looks like he wants to try and take that large stack as well. Not looking awful for Viking, though. They've still got opportunities here with Chrono back up in 30, Snapfire's level 6 now, so the Mortimer's Kisses, you don't even really need the Chrono for it, right? Because you got Shadow Shaman with Shackles.
Yes, you do. And every single time I see PA farming the ancient stacks, like she has Empower, and then Magnus also gets quite a lot of farm. Like he's same farmed as the enemy offlaner.
Yeah, that's Slardar, who's meant to be this kind of lane dominator and getting a good early start and lead. Shadow Shaman wrapping behind and helped out by the Chrono. Snapfire launches the kisses onto GPK, and they've brought numbers in again to slay the Viper. The big dragon down, but the trade-off is there. Shad falls as the Death Ward secures the kill on Shadow Shaman. So the 2 for 1, and boom, he's got remnants. He's got a way out of here. Power shot off the mark. Save, again, giving it a good old try.
Dire's middle tower is under
This should be the tower. They have no Chronosphere.
Celery.
Oh, Celery will get fined.
The DD are in from DM. Let it go to Epikid.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And another secure tier 1
You're
tower.
lagging a bit, Gary, but
Oh dear.
probably because you said something stupid, so Discord like, nah, not today.
I'm not even going to bother transmitting his garbage. Shut him
Well,
up.
maybe I'm lagging, but you were pretty robotic to me. Let's check my ping, 40 ping. Everything seems okay. So I'll be just solo casting this one. Save on the bottom. Yeah, this Slaughter are definitely not getting out of this one. Road of Atos plus Viper slowing him down. Should be more than enough. Ilias invading territory pretty deep, but gets the cask plus Maledict. Oh, Boom needs to be careful. Phantom Assassin. Oh, just a casual RP on your position 5. Faceless Void. Time dilation. Needs to back. Oh, they're gonna go on him. Like, Blink Strike. He actually goes on Boom. Boom. Dropping fairly low. Epikid. Kind of low on armor, but the Death Ward. One more tick. It's all it needs. And he finishes him off with that dagger. Trapped with the wards. Like, Virtus.pro right now. Just
Well, I can't heal the cost.
dominating the map.
We're having some problems.
What do you think about this, Gary? You have nothing to say, right? Because you are still disconnected. Viper to go back to his item. Finishing Road of Atos, casual Arcane Boots because he consumes so much mana. Now going back to the Lotus Orb.
Right.
It's yeah. Welcome back, Gary.
Thanks. Yeah, for some reason, one room in the same server is like no connection. The other room is like, yeah, it's perfectly fine. Dear
I mean, I
me.
just showed the world my play-by-play, so
Sick.
for the next DPC season, a couple of casters should be afraid because I'm that versatile. Just kidding, it was pretty garbage, but welcome back to the game. So, yeah. If you don't know what happened, Virtus.pro, oh, Shad, not again.
What's he done?
He died.
Oh dear. Well, he's got the Iron Talon, Hand of Midas, he's farming creeps. Look it up there. PA with 9,000 net worth though. Mom, Deso, When is it Roche time for VP? It feels like they can literally just walk into the pit and do it while Chrono's potentially down. Oh, Shad's got it back up.
Scan, connect, so they think there's a bunch of them, but they're actually inside the pit, and here's your answer, Gary. I don't think they're gonna take this fight. Shad... Like, look at the vision from Virtus.pro.
The Radiant Observer wards all over the place. They see everything. Actually moving out of the Roche pit now.
Blink Dagger on Slardar, ready. Okay,
Smoke coming
Virtus.pro
in.
not heavily committing.
Save on the high ground, pops the smoke, sees them all, initiation in, Toby blinks, gets the stun, the catch on Wind Ranger, but she's got Wind Run. Tries to sprint away, and now in comes the Skewer with an RP play. DM's there with a cleaves coming through, Epic Kid with a double kill. Mortimer's Kiss is landing from Snapfire, long range artillery, but GPK on a killing spree, and Viking just falling apart at the seams. 4 heroes for the price of 1, and now it's easy Roshan time.
Yeah, even if that fight was like close, Wind Ranger has a buyback, would gladly use it. GPK is just a monster on Viper at the moment.
Yeah, beastly performance from GPK. 10-2-0. Not a single assist, he's just like, all of the kills are mine. Disgusting Viper pickers. Boom. Phase drums back into the mid lane. He's pretty speedy. I don't know if he can run from the demons of Virtus.pro, as Roshan and Aegis grabbed up by the Phantom Assassin. And DM's also halfway towards Blink after Arcane's mech, 16 minutes in. Celery, I think they know he's up here. They saw him a second ago. GPK is trying to close him off at the pass. They won't find him. Hidden very well in the trees.
Cut the trees with. Meanwhile, Epic Kid just casually deleting Aramis.
Absolutely removed. And Boom and Toby are still lurking around in the mid lane, maybe thinking about going on save. Just trying to cut waves instead. Salary's out of there from the top lane. And VP come back in, converging towards that tier 2. Dragon Scale for the Phantom Assassin, going to help burn through that tower's HP.
They will take the outpost, go mid, take the tower. Phantom Assassin already on the bottom lane. Faceless Void needs to be careful.
He sure does.
Oh, if he shows, he's dead. Like, Wind Ranger has a good angle.
Shackle shot, not coming fast enough. They don't catch Shad. He's going to TP away. We still need to see this Chrono with Mortimer's Kisses. They're both ready. I would love to see Viking just try and put the foot down a little bit and say, hey, you come into our jungle, we are going to cast our ultis on you. They spot out the Snapfire. Shockwave connects. And keep the Dire Vision going as Rodovatos is there. Now, the big Chrono. 2 men caught inside with the Kisses landing. It's a good play from Viking. Holding onto their high ground, defending their base. And the mech and the heal. GPK finished off by Boom with the DD rune. Shad very low, burning down to the Maledict, and he does tick out. The Shackle Shot catches 2 from Save, and he power shots through for an Epic Kid monster kill. Toby slain by the Wind Ranger, and Boom, what's he gonna do? He's got a double damage rune, but he's got no teammates to play with.
Yeah, Magnus was forced to use mech there to keep them alive and did not have enough mana for no Skewer, no RP. So that's why this fight seemed a bit closer. Wind Ranger looking for the shackle angle. Now he goes on Celery. That's an easy one.
Godlike PA 905. Epic Kid just run away with this. He's got his.
They want to go more. Shackle, dodged.
It's still going to jump him though. Remnant, Boom gets a little bit of distance. Epic Kid kind of desperate for this one if he can finish him off. The casual Sange on the Phantom Assassin. Oh,
it could be just, you know, Heaven's Halberd could be just a casual Sange for extra HP, extra status resistance, and heal amplification that you have with Mask of Madness.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to buy BKB right now, I just want to tank up for when you do catch me in Chrono. A play towards the Witch Doctor, but a nice Maledict Skewer forces Remnant back. Even a Veil up on that Ember Spirit too. Well, he's got Flame Guard to tank himself up. And Viking, without Chrono for a minute, just doesn't feel like they have any real ways to kick off a fight.
Look at this smoke.
Where are they going?
Scan connects.
They saw him.
They know he's there, so he's just gonna RP blindly.
Hell yeah. That's just destroyed Boom. Easy tier 2 for VP now if they want to. But look at Save. He's still smoked up and he's actually wrapped around quite deep. Hexed. Zapped by the Ether Shock. No follow-up from anybody. Viking very afraid of what's lurking over the high ground there.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Full BKB on Phantom Assassin. Kinda okay with the item build, because Aegis will expire in less than a minute, and you want to keep the pressure going, so you don't have to worry about the Shadow Shaman. He goes in. Oh my god, he almost kills him.
Radiant's current
Dagger will do
He's
the
gonna
trick.
get jumped and power shotted.
Yeah.
Dire's middle barracks
Easy
are under
peasy.
attack.
And it's just a lane of barracks. There's nothing there Viking can do. Like, yes, you've got Chrono, you've got Mortimer's Kisses. One more fight might just be all they have up their sleeve right now. Melee, Rax, falls. Shad, standing by his throne. Not even going to try and defend it. Waiting for VP to make another misstep.
Radiant's top tower.
I say another miss. Trying to make any misstep.
This is pretty clean executed game so far from Virtus.pro. Not too many mistakes made. Like, where's this old gold coming from? That's a full BKB. Oh, Phantom Assassin courier died once again.
Oh, really?
So she's not gonna have BKB for another 2 minutes.
Stuck with the Sanj.
Got
Here
killed
comes Viking.
twice in a row.
They're going to try and raid the shores of Virtus.pro. See if they can go pillage some high ground and triangles.
This is actually a good time for Viking to take a fight, because there's 4,000 gold on Phantom Assassin missing.
Pretty good spot to be in. But they won't find anybody. They come down into this Radiant jungle. VP have kind of moved up to the northern side of this mid lane. PA, all blurred up, empowered as well. The Rod of Atos dodged out by Boom, and now the Kisses with the Chrono landing on GPK. He's tanky, but he can't withstand that kind of power as the RP comes through. They've tried to blow up Shad. Save jumps forward aggressively. They've got a Shackle shot and a Shackles there. Toby down and GPK with DM both traded back. It's a good play in from Viking, but it's still Epikid beyond godlike and annihilating every other member of them. Remnants out from the Ember Spirit.
Radiant's bottom tower
They
is
do
under
have a
attack.
cask coming.
Blink.
If they can only close the gap,
Not
and
a
there's the
good
blink.
dodge.
Another nice play by Boom.
It's tough. I mean, Viper dies. Yeah, he's tanky, but can't tank all that damage inside a Chronosphere. He might also start... I see Aghanim Scepter queued up, but... I don't know how you can save yourself. Maybe you can try to save people with the Ethereal Blade. But then again,
Radiant's bottom tower has
giving a
fallen.
free damage from Mortimer's Kisses. This is the combo that the Viking wants to use. I mean, if this was Thompson, pretty sure that would be an E-Blade no matter what.
Oh, for a second there, I was wondering why the hell Magnus has a Basher.
Basher,
But it
I was
belongs
like,
to
what?
Epikid.
Yeah, his career is constantly
Shackle
dead.
shot finds Aramis. Shad's come in with a time dilation, the blink away from a save, and the RP fake pump is going to catch in onto Shad now. They've got the stuns they need, but where's the damage? It's lacking because Epikid's been shackled up by Aramis, held in place, and the PA is about to die.
Yeah, PA is about to
Epi
die.
is about to die.
Dropping wall.
Epi's about to
Alert.
die, but still stays alive. Comes in with a crit onto the void. He survived.
Not today.
The Lotus Orb's under the Magnus now. Yes, you got the Hex up on him, but stuck on the high ground is the Hex turnaround onto Aramis. Celery stuck now, trapped in between them all, and a triple kill for Epikid, as I really thought they dispatched with a PA, but it wasn't to be. Down goes the Shadow Shaman, being melted by the toxins of this Viper. And an ultra kill for Epikid, only removed away from the Rampage because of GPK.
I mean, it could have been a bit of a different fight if they managed to bring down the Phantom Assassin, but she blinks in, gets a couple of crits, life steals. Like, her Basher was delivered before the BKB that she bought like 6-7 minutes ago, and still has 2,000 gold on top of that.
Dire's middle tower.
Incredibly farmed.
Dire's top barracks.
She's doubling up on the net worth of the Void, and now they go back in towards Aramis. The kisses towards Epikid, but now the BKB comes into play, and Shad nearly gets annihilated by that PA. Facing off against Boom, but Phantom striking back to the safety of her squad. Good slight chains, and the crush from Toby. Take down the Witch Doctor, Ilias falls, and GPK trying to fight within his own Nether Toxin, but the cookie's there. They've got the melee barracks, but they've got to try and get away from this as Toby
Blink
being
is ready.
focused by that fire from the Wind Ranger, but Shad with Boom holding onto their base with everything they've got.
Could have blinked away, but wanted to go maybe for a kill. Still, I'd say okay fight for Viking, where they managed to kill
Radiant
3 guys, still lost the melee barrack, so not that great, but have to stay positive considering the situation they're in right now.
Stay positive. Positive attitude. Don't know if you can do
EMA.
that with a PA on the enemy team, being a Phantom Assassin. Now with an Abyssal Blade coming. Jeez Louise, 20,000 net worth. Roshan alive in 28 seconds. Chrono with kisses, not ready. 40 seconds for the ulti of Celery. Boom scouts out Magnus though, and they do make a play forward, but look at the jump
There's
in.
the jump.
The Abyssal Blade, the stuns, the catch is there. Well done with an RP dodge from the Illusion Rune. Boom makes a play, but it's just not enough. He's bloody dead anyway.
It looked like he dodged it, but didn't.
Oh, did the RP still... I thought he dodged the RP and then got stunned by like a cask or something.
Oh,
maybe the RP did
maybe
land.
that was it. Because
I don't know, it's getting late, man. I can't tell anymore.
I was just checking out the crits from Phantom Assassin. Can't say for sure that they're pretty high.
Dire's top barracks.
Pretty
are
damn
Epic
high
Kid still
indeed.
chasing.
Celery, TPing
That's a
home.
good. That's a good place. Wow.
Really great spot. Roshan's up now, though, for Virtus.pro. 2 Viking core heroes dead, so easy Aegis cheese. Mid lane all gone, top lane Malarax down, range racks on 200 HP. This feels like the door's opening towards endgame, and Viking have probably only got maybe 1-2 fights left in them. If there's is there buybacks anywhere? Nobody's got any buybacks.
I don't know if you noticed, Gary, but the Wind Ranger has Mask of Madness.
What? That's a meme.
That's a meme for sure.
Meme of madness. I need more attack speed on Wind Ranger because focus fire isn't enough. Save says sorry. Celery taking out a little stack for himself. And then dying for it. Get out of here.
So Phantom Assassin 0 deaths, 19, 0, and 7. Maybe
Yeah,
he's just on another level.
When they can jump, are they jumping GPK? That's a Dagon, Cheese, Lotus Orb, Rodovatos, Viper. Okay, Blink Crush, Serpent Wards, Shackles. They're doing it. They're killing him. They've got GPK. They take down a core hero. But the rest of EP are coming forward. The cavalry's arriving now. Viking in a spot of bother as DM does catch Toby with a shockwave. Blink back into the trees. DM
Skewer.
with the skewer. It's ready now. Oh, doesn't quite catch him. Both Viking heroes escape. Really nice, swift maneuver.
Phantom Assassin's like, I don't need this Sange at all, so I'm just gonna keep it in the backpack.
Not even going to sell it. Going satanic next as well. Oh, baby. Viking. Drastic
Dire's top
measures
barracks
are required. Kisses,
Dire's top
Chrono,
barracks has fallen.
but no Serpent Wards. Top lane, destroyed. They have to deal with these lanes, but they also need to make a real desperate move out of the base to find a fight somewhere.
Good thing for Viking is you know from which angle they're gonna enter. Like, you lost 2 set of Raxes, so you kind of know where they're gonna go.
I mean, it should be that bottom lane. Oh, Celery.
Dire's bottom tower is
Oh,
under
okay. PA doesn't want the free kill. Instead, focusing on objectives. VP, it is
gaming.
bedtime.
Dire's bottom
I want to put this one,
has fallen.
tuck it in. Get to sleep. Tier 3 tower now opens up for them. As Epi Kid straight back onto the high ground. Backup plans of Aegis and BKB, as well as this blink RP of Magnus, who is smoked up and ready to make the jump. They're pinging onto Boom, and they might make that play. Abyssal Blade there, Shockwave as well. The Toby Slardar makes the play in towards Ilias and DM.
Oh, he
and
needs
now
to get close.
the
That's
Chrono,
maledicted Ember
Shad, he's got the jump. Warmest kisses, they're coming in, it's just not enough damage. They've killed off DM, but this PA is still running rampant. The buyback from the Witch Doctor and Shad caught up inside the Rod of Atos.
Shackle.
Epic Kid.
Got him.
They're jumping again. Down you go.
I was waiting to use this Shackle.
Bottom tower is under attack.
You know, but they were focusing Ember Spirit most of the time with it, so finally they get him. Thank you for that. Phantom Assassin, she's in with the Lotus Orb.
Very deep. Still has Aegis though, so Epic Kid not really minding too much as she slays the Celery Snapfire. Time walk away from Shad, but the Phantom Strike is back in again. The Shackles, the long tongue of law.
Yeah, lick it
The
down.
chameleon. Oh, he sure does. And now PA a little deep. The Hex comes from Aramis, but there's no damage to really follow through. Shackles, again, landing it onto the PA, and Shad trying to make the move forward, but the Phantom Strike back and the blur's there. Epic Kid retreats while Boom, he has respawned, returned to battle. Moves forward with the chains, catching the Witch Doctor. Epic Kid and GPK, really the two last bastions of defense, but they still have DM with a Blink RP. He's actually TP to top outpost, and he's running back across the map.
And Phantom Assassin, full HP, full mana, just hit level 25, 100% extra coup de grace. Oh,
Hex again. Oh, but the Lotus Orb, Abyssal Blade, in we come with a DM, Magnus, trying to, okay, RP the ground, I guess, but it looks like Boom has been zapped down by the Dagon of GPK. Shad into Fountain, Celery hiding away in there as well, and Virtus.pro are playing with their food.
this is it, Gary. I believe it is time to call it. Mega creeps. You have no buyback on the Ember Spirit. It's just a rough one. And there it is.
GG.
Double G's dropped. Yeah,
A 2-0 victory.
Middle tower has fallen.
mid lane was a disaster. GPK got too much out of it. Like, they showed the Ember Spirit, picked it blindly, and yeah, Viper really dumpstered them in the lane. Like, took the tier 1 tower, then rotated to the bottom lane. They got some really good kills. Even the trades that Viking was doing was pretty much always Ilias position 5 for a bigger kill, and then Phantom Assassin gets the solo XP for that. So everything from Virtus.pro looking very crisp.
Yeah, super well played by Epic Kid. You know, he's played plenty of PA over the last couple of days, but a 22-0 and 10 performance from him up against Viking has got to feel really good. And you'd expect VP to be wanting to move themselves towards that grand final, maybe try and get another rematch against OG. And that rounds things up for tonight. A 2-0 victory for Virtus.pro leaves us with a VP Alliance and a Team Nigma versus Mud Golem's lower bracket. Na'Vi against OG in that upper bracket final. And OGA Dota Pit Season 4, well, it keeps on rolling forward. Lacoste, it's been a long day. I think that's it for us for now.
It really was, especially for you. But a good one, you know, some quality Dota.
Absolutely, some really good cracking games. Tomorrow we'll return with some more matches. I can't remember exactly what, so check out, you know, Liquipedia, Join Dota, whatever your option of choice is. Reddit for the schedule as well, of course. Find out exactly what's happening. But Dota Pit continues tomorrow, and we'll see you guys then.